And welcome back to Woman of the Wagons here on a Sunday afternoon in Meadow Lake. And joining us right now, she is the CPCA Wagon Master. On race day, it's May Gorst, and May's also a legend here in the sport of chuck wagon racing. Thanks for joining us, May.
Thank you.
May, maybe talk about your earliest days in wagon racing. How did you get started, first of all, in chuck wagon racing?
Well, it's been a family thing. My dad started racing in 1967, and all the family was involved, and had three older brothers, two older sisters, and we were all involved. Plus my mom was involved. She did all the cooking. And
you're part of a trivia question. The first female outrider at the Calgary Stampede, 1979. That experience alone, just tell us, you remember those days at the GMC Rangeland Derby, and what was it like to be an outrider and the first female outrider at the Calgary Stampede?
Well, you just gave me goosebumps, yes. Yeah. It was great. We had a great big rainstorm just before we raced, and I guess that calmed the nerves, and I went out and did a great job. I outrode for 3 wagons that year. There was my dad, Art, Jim Knight, and Dick Dye.
Oh, wow. Huh? How has, I guess, saying this is a kind of loaded question, how has the sport of wagon racing changed from 1979 to where it is right now? The
horses are faster, and like everybody is out, like it's a professional sport, yes, and everybody's out to be a professional. In your outroad in 1979, at the same time, you're still being connected to that sport since your days as a little one, and to where you are right now as a CPCA Wagon Master. What keeps you coming back to the sport? Just the love of the animals. They're family. They're my babies. They're my boys. Like, they're everything to me. What do you do on a daily basis here on race day? Because you're just a wagon master, but on top of that, you have a lot of other duties. You have relatives here in the CPCA that every wagon camp is probably looking for May on a given day. Oh, yeah. When I leave home to go to a race meet, I haul my son, Lane Bremner's outfit, down the road. I get him set up, and then I move on to my nephew, Dallas Dick, and I help him in the barns and help him out and give him advice and just go along with the flow. The knowledge of the horses, yours, you got that from your family, and how you pass that on, and how do you pass on that knowledge of the horses, and how to maintain them, how to groom them, how to train them and everything? Well, I had a great teacher, my dad, Art, and like Gary, and my brother Chester. Like, we were all involved with the horses, and like before I started school, my brother Chester used to catch my horse before school started for them, because I was always at home, and I would ride all day on my little Shetland pony. We would go, me and my dog, we'd be out there just cruising around. And people don't realize how close an attachment you have to these horses, where they are your family. They are my family, yes. And how about, let me just touch on that, and how important the horses are to your life. Well, they brought me lots of great fun. It kept my son off the streets. Wintertime he had hockey, and in the summer he had the horses. And like, I think goes with all our families, like Gary's boys, Logan and Dustin, they had hockey in the winter and the horses in the summer. And like, they're wagon drivers plus outriders. As you have a little special kind of fondness for probably the outriders, and and they're kind of the unsung heroes of this sport, where unfortunately on Friday we had a couple go down with injuries, and you don't like to see that, and they're hard to replace, and it's hard to train. I know we had a young outrider that made his debut on Saturday here in his hometown track, that is Logan Pethick, and great for him. How important is it to see more Logan Pethicks in the sport to come up and to get knowledge of the sport and get knowledge as an outrider and become really good at it? Well, actually, I got a horse last fall, and I've been working with him since April, and my goal is to make him into an outriding horse, and actually it's for Bob Van Eaton's son, Jesse. So, Jesse, get going. Let's get out riding. We need you out here for Bob. And what kind of skills does an outrider need? Lots of horse sense. And the need for speed, adrenaline addiction. And you said the horses keep you coming back, and also the people here in the sport. You can't find any finer people than we have here in the CPCA. That's right. Like, and the May, like everybody's family. Like, don't matter, you go from Loon Lake to St. Walburg, all the way to Alberta. Like, these are my family, home away from home. And the fans, the CPCA, you can't find any better ones and more loyal than the ones that I know here in Meadow Lake. We had fans sitting in the stands watching for the presentation of Vern Nolan, on a rain-out afternoon. That's true, yeah. And like, everybody comes out. Like, like years ago, Meadow Lake was known as the wagon town, and like, yes, we do have lots of pony wagon drivers that are stepping up, and hopefully we have more, and like we have a lot of competitors in the Meadow Lake area, yes.
Okay, May, thank you very much for this, and we'll see you in Dewberry.
All right, thank you.
That is May Gorst, our first female outrider for the Calgary Stampede back in 1979. She's also the CPCA Wagon Master. You're listening to CPCA Live, a presentation of Northern Factory Workwear on a Sunday afternoon in Meadow Lake on the CPCA Radio Network.